William Hunt Savile sponsors the Trilby Tour. The perfect gentleman's playground.
Thursday, the 21st of August, at 7:30 a.m, Mr. William Hunt arrives, prepare St Pierre for the 2014 Trilby Tour World Championship Final. St Pierre is ready.
You've got no intention of helping, have you?
That was not part of the agreement.
Over 1,000 competitors across 9 regional qualifiers have given us the final 100 players competing for this, the Trilby Tour 2014 World Championship Trophy. Reigning world champion Seb Carmichael Brown returns to defend his title, and he's joined by past champions and Trilby Tour Galacticos at the magnificent St Pierre in Wales. But before we head out to the course, let's meet our regional champs and recount how the 2014 Trilby Tour panned out. Week 1 saw a return to the Jacobean delights of handsome Hanbury Manor, where dedicated Trilby Tourian Jamie Richards finally became champion of Hertfordshire.
It was my 5th year of trying, so I've come close a few times, but actually winning it meant so much. My dad's caddied for me, so that was really nice having them, and my family, my mum and nan, are always there to support, so it was nice doing it in front of them especially. If I win it today...
The tour moved on to Dalmahoy, where Trilby legend Paul Llewellyn added Champion of Scotland to his list of wins.
Sometimes the history books have got to be rewritten. I'm sitting second at the minute in the League Trilby Tourians. James is a good friend of mine. I was out with him last week in Dubai for a week. We did nothing but practice for a week in Dubai. We took ourselves away. And yeah, it'd be nice to topple him at the top of that league. And you know, we'll see what happens, but the main thing is to get top 4. But there's some good players here. So it's a tall order to win, but it's never say never.
New venue, marvellous Meon Valley came next and saw the champion of Hampshire title go to pro footballer but amateur golfer Jay Tabb.
All us golfers here today are here because we love playing golf. As amateurs you have more probably bad days and good days on the golf course, so to win something is going to live in the memory, and it's my 4th go at the Trilby Tour and I've never even got in the top 10 before that, so to win something, yeah, I'm delighted.
Year 2 at Bradford's Hollins Hall, and the REIT champion was proud Yorkshireman and trick shot specialist Ian Clark.
Playoff was one of the best experiences of my life really, because his second hole was just, I'll never forget it. I took a 3-wood and laid up, had about 127 yards to the flag and holed it, and it was just mayhem. It was fantastic. One of the best sights was seeing Mr. Hunt jumping about like a big school kid. So it was really, really special.
We'd love to say that we saw some great golf on the return to Worsley Park, but we'd be lying. Despite this, Andy Brown triumphed to become champion of Lancashire.
It just didn't sink in at the time. In fact, it was in the car and went home, and that's when it started sinking in. It was Yahoo was the champion of America. You've done something only a handful of people have done, and I suppose us amateurs then, you know, it's a great feather in the cap, isn't it?
Bredsall Priory was another new venue this year and instantly became a firm favourite with the players, as did champion of Derbyshire, Steve Shepherd.
I think that day I must have had 3 or 4 20-30 footers going, which was unusual. That doesn't usually happen. Just real shock, really. Real shock and an honour. It's fantastic, you know, for amateur golfers to do something like this. Amazing, really. Had a lot of adulation off people from my club as well, so it's been really, really good.
There were Trilby Tour legends aplenty competing at Forest of Arden, but it was new boy Andy Bourne who held his nerve to become champion of Warwickshire.
It's past my wildest dreams, to be honest with you. It took about 3 or 4 days to sink in. I think it first sunk in when I went to the pub on Friday with my mates, showed them the trophy, and they're like that. "You won what?" I said, "Yeah, I won that. I don't quite know how, but I've won it."
Week 8 saw a return to favourite tour venue Sprouston Manor, where an over-the-moon Martin Scarlett won the Championship of Norfolk.
Once I won it, I had my dad there. My dad's been in it 3 times and never got in the top 10, so for him to see my boy, his boy the first time, go and win it, he was, well, he nearly started crying. He just ran up to me, give me a big cuddle.
And the last regional final took place on a scorching hot day at Tudor Park, where local lad Nick Francis became the new champion of Kent.
I had lots of people down there obviously rooting me on, which helped. I'm still milking it. Every time I go down there, I'm just like reminding people that, you know, I was the champion, and no, it's brilliant, fantastic.
And of course today sees the return of Trilby Tour world champion Seb Carmichael Brown.
I think with the Trilby Tour, you have to bring a good game to the course that day. You've got to putt well. You have to make those putts. You have to make a few longer birdie putts and hold those challenging 5-6 footers for par that we're all going to get at some point today. Then when it gets to the playoff, it's all about who's got the most mental toughness. I think I was very fortunate last year that I managed to find a way of staying focused during those 3 holes, where the other guy didn't quite as well. So that gives me a lot of confidence. I think the playoff is all about mental toughness.
Time to get on with the golf, so here's your commentator Rob Lee, and joining him in the commentary box this week, Ewan Murray.
Thank you, Mac. Yes, welcome to this year's Trilby Tour World Championship Final. And we have upped the ante because alongside me for this special event is Ewan Murray.
It's certainly very different from Augusta, but you know, this is their major, and I'm interested to see how they deal with the pressure in this final.
Well, it's going to be fantastic watching. We've got all the best Trilby Tourians together on one course with a few Trilby legends. Here's one with William, the most successful Trilby Tour player ever, James Vose.
Killer returns.
Yeah, you missed it last year, so I was gutted. But no, back this year, definitely.
You were missed, you were feared last year. People were saying, is he coming, is he here? I mean, you were on a rich vein of form, weren't you?
Yeah. It's just I had some stuff on, and unfortunately I just couldn't make it.
But as the most successful Trilby Tourian ever, you've got to fancy yourself today.
Up to today, we'll see.
You're talking it down, James, you're talking it down.
Well, I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I stood a chance of winning it. You know, of course, you stand on the first tee, everybody thinks they have a chance, of course they do.
Well, William likes to get them revved up. This is the third. Already got 3 points, Vose. Par 3, 167 yards. And this one, brilliant. Quite simply brilliant.
Not surprised to see him here with that quality shot.
Ricky, fantastic player that you are. You've been so close so many times now. Is today going to be different?
I hope so. I've started to play quite well recently, so fingers crossed I can go one better than I did in the final in 2011.
Who's the man to beat today?
Man, you got some big names. You got Rocky Llewellyn, Vosey, Powell's here, Georgie Crowe, just to name but a few. I mean, everyone's deserve their right to be here, so it's going to be an interesting contest.
574 yards. Such an important shot. Get the first one in place, settle the nerves down, and that's fine. Let's get back to the tee and see who William's alongside.
Rory, you just about made it by the skin of your teeth at Sproulston Manor. Tell us what happened.
Yeah. There was 10 of us in it for 3 places to make it to the top 10. I was going to
This
go
is the
last
shootout?
in the shootout, yeah, to get into the top 10. 7 of the boys appeared to hit the green. Very hard to tell because it was dark and very windy. So just stepped up. There was nothing to lose. One shot, make or break. It meant the world to me to get qualify, because the grand final's in St Pierre down in Wales.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to try to represent. So.
What do you mean, Rory? You win today?
Oh, it wouldn't mean it wouldn't mean the absolute world. I don't think the emotions would be there. I just pass out.
Oh, will it be glory for Rory? Let's see. Second par 5 in the golf course is the 7th. Slightly over the top on this one, starting it left. Is it cutting back? Not quite. Greenside bunker though, good hitting.
Maybe better there than just by the edge of it.
James Vose with his birdie putt after that approach at 3, and the putter does not let him down. Impressive. 30 points in the end, clubhouse leader.
Julian, one of the tidiest golfers we've seen on the Trilby Tour. You've been in the top 4 before, and you made the top 4 at Meon, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
No.
Tell us what happened.
No. In hindsight, we played really well that day.
You
Qualified 35 points. Played nicely for 18 holes. Yeah. Got into the 3-hole playoff and had a shocker. So
You lost your head, didn't you?
Hit one into the deep cabbage on the first extra hole. And
what should you have done?
And in hindsight, it would have been sensible to take a drop. And what I actually did
happened
was I hacked it about 5 times before it actually got onto the fairway. So it was pretty much game over.
And it was. I mean, you took it brilliantly. I mean, I could see you were raging inside it yourself, weren't you? You acted like a true Trilby-torian. What happened to the next 2 holes?
I played all right. Actually,
you played really well the next 2 holes, didn't you?
It's just golf, isn't it? Like, what can you do? I mean, if you're going to get a 10, you may as well do it in front of 2 or 3 million people.
Well, one thing he must do is avoid the deep cabbage in Wales.
Well, here he is with just 1 point on the board at the minute. And that may be all about to change. Nice approach work.
Sutter, the 11th, the par 4, trying to punch this under the trees, which he's managed. And in the end, I think the rough saved him there.
Let's see how Wales' Rory Eastope is getting on.
He's played that extremely well. Never easy when one foot's higher than the other. Didn't need much more.
Carl the Power Powell is second to 5, just under 400 yards this one. Pretty good lie in the rough.
A little awkward, ball below the level of his feet, and coming from the rough it just takes the control away from the player, but it's not such a bad leave.
Carl, 2012 Trilby Tour World Champion. You want it back, don't you?
I do, indeed, yes, do want it back. I played a practice round here yesterday, though, and if I play like that, I've got no chance of getting it back, so hopefully got all my bad shots out of the way yesterday. The course is nice, though, really nice, so looking forward to it. Let's hope the rain stays off.
Who's the man to beat today?
I think Llewellyn might be the man to beat. I've seen him on the range this morning, and he looks useful off 5 handicap, so I think he's the man to beat. And his caddy's notes, he's got a book.
Unbelievable, the professionalism, the effort
that they put in, yeah.
They put in.
He's been here since Monday, apparently.
Well, let's check his short game out. 3rd at the 5th, try and save par here.
Very strong left-hand grip, little forward press, and you see, not enough backswing. Try to help it up in the air with the right hand. Not good.
Definitely standing too close to it now. Sutter's 3rd, back 9, 15 points so far. And tried a little cheeky one, didn't quite work out. All the caddies I love the caddies in white overalls. I think it looks very Masters-like.
For the birdie. In the back door, they all count, doesn't matter which way it's achieved.
Well, he's currently in the top 4 positions, but 27 points you wouldn't think would be good enough. This is Hayward's 2nd at the 3rd.
Must say they've got the course perfect for these finals. Smooth greens.
Another one, 29 points, hanging on for dear life, one of the early starters.
Sutter, his fourth, the par 4 11th. Good pace, lovely pace, good line. What an escape.
Well, Sutter the putter, right enough, and a little jig. Thomas Bjorn like 31 points. You'll have to wait and see. Carl the Power, his par putt at the very last hole, 26 points to here. Difficult par 3 this. Genius finish. But 28 points, did not qualify, was not good enough for Carl the Power Powell. Well, we've already met the champions once. Let's see them suited and booted. Well, who'd mess with that lot? We'll see them after the break.
The perfect gentleman's playground. The perfect gentleman's playground.
Welcome back to St Pierre and the 2014 Trilby Tour World Championship Final. 32 points leads the way. The only men left to tee off are the regional champions. Let's get to it.
On the tee, it is the reigning Trilby Tour World Champion, Seb Carmichael Brown.
World champion, Seb. Birthday boy.
Yeah.
Carmichael Brown. That's your birthday today.
It is.
What do you want?
I want to win again. It would be lovely, wouldn't it? Take that trophy home, you know, give it a go.
Now, no one's ever retained the world title. No. Can you be the first?
I will certainly be trying very hard to, yeah.
There's a lot of guys gunning for you today.
A lot of great players here.
Yeah.
A lot of great players, previous winners, champions of regional qualifiers, some great golfers, so it's going to be very, very tough.
Are you leaving with that title today?
I'm going to try very hard, yeah, that would be fantastic.
What pressure to defend your championship. Carmichael Brown at the first, driver, full tilt. Lots of applause. It looks a little left, perhaps. No, that's all right. It's over.
Jay Tapp, the Ipswich Town midfielder. Fine golfer, plays Wimbledon Park in the shadows of Wimbledon itself. Yeah, and a bit of helping hand from the left side of midfield there.
Well, a little bit of luck, I say. Get in. He's on the first with William.
Jay, fourth time in, you walked over the championship of Hampshire. How did that feel?
It was amazing, really good day. I had my brother on the back caddying for me. I didn't expect to win, but just turned up and everything's kind of fell my way and really enjoyed it.
But have you brought your steady game today and you're going to, will that help
Yeah.
today? Is that what's going to take?
I think so. I've got about 15 different swings I use. just went to the range and thought, right, which one shall I use today? So no, I feel confident. I'm just going to enjoy it. You know, it's a great day getting here early and doing all the filming with you guys and that. And yeah, you make us feel special. So I'm just going to enjoy it and see what happens.
Good fun, you know. You're a professional sportsman. It's not your sport, golf, but you love it. And J Tab has played some good stuff this year.
Player who plays without the use of a golf glove. But despite that good approach work, he's found it difficult.
DNQ, J Tab. Not what he turned up for, that's for sure. Carmichael Brown at 5, par 4.
Second shot, trying to work it in from left to right, use the lie of the land, and he's done that extremely well.
Jamie Richards. 2 shots to here at the par 5, so a pitch and a putt. And it's a birdie at the first, the par 5.
His success came at Hanbury Manor earlier this year. Not difficult to see why. Superb.
And very nice receptive greens as well.
Jamie, champion of Hertfordshire. That was a tough playoff, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I managed to get off a really good start. I mean,
Yeah.
birdie in the first hole, so that settled my nerves and allowed me to sort of push on through.
You went up against George Crowe, who's a player and a half, isn't he?
Yeah, I've come up against him a couple of times
Yeah.
now. We've had a couple of shoot-offs and whatnot. So yeah, and someone I've stayed in touch with since here, so it's good.
Who'd you fear today?
No one. I don't fear anyone. I'm just going to go out, play my game, and hopefully it's good enough.
The day's yours.
Fingers crossed. I'll play my best and do my best for sure.
It's the right attitude. Fear nobody. Birdie putt at the first. What a start this would be. Lucky. Bold. 32 points. New clubhouse leader. Off of 4 handicaps. A good effort.
After that excellent approach at 5, birdie putt of Carmichael Brown.
Rocky Llewellyn coming towards the end of the round. The player that's everybody's feared this week. Little chip run down the hill. Let it release. Please carry on running. It's one of those horrid ones. 12 feet or so for Rocky. Look at the intensity.
Well, we've seen you a few finals now. Champion of Scotland was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Very good. Very, very good. Very enjoyable. To be champion of a country instead of a region is a bit different.
Yes. Who'd you fear today?
Nobody.
Who do you think's going to be in the reckoning with you?
I don't know. Probably be a couple of newbies, and maybe
Yeah?
one of the old guard.
You're coming here to win today, aren't you?
Yeah, we have. Definitely.
He's been in trouble here at 15. This is for the par.
Oh, it's a great save. He's taken preparation to a new level on the Trilby Tour. 32 points. Borderline.
Steve Shepherd. Second at 5. Once again, the ball below the level of his feet. Trying to work it in from left to right, like so many have done before. And he's up there with the very best of them.
Steve, champion of Derbyshire. That's a tough course you played on.
It was a tough course, yeah. It's those greens were lightning, especially that 18.
I was going to say the 18 was not doing any favours to anyone,
They
was
were throwing
it?
it in near the pin and they were just all coming back down the tee
Yeah.
off the green.
Yeah.
But I managed to keep them on at the top.
Have you brought that putting skill with you today?
I hope so, but you never know with golf, do you? You just don't know.
Well, the birdie putt at the 5th. Level with the cards so far. This to improve things dramatically. What a good putt that was. Maybe someone to fear.
Andy Brown, par 3 13. 218 for the final this one. Trying to work this in from right to left. Use the slope by the right hand side of the green. That one there.
Andy, you came to Lancashire, you saw and you conquered.
I did.
My hometown, my home county.
That's right.
You enjoyed yourself that day, didn't you?
I did, yeah. It was a special
Tell us what happened in that playoff, because it was it's quite special, wasn't it?
It was just getting to the playoff just by going nearest the pin, and that's all that really mattered at that point. And before I knew it, it was just teeing off on the first. No time to practice, nothing like that. And of course, I hook one straight into the trees.
It wasn't working there, was it?
It didn't work at all, but thankfully saw a bit of an opening, managed to pump it right out. Left myself a wedge onto the green, and then I managed to sink a 40-footer or 30-40 footer, something like that. I mean, it gets longer in my memory every time I play it.
Is today your day?
Very optimistic, I'll be honest. I've come here to enjoy the occasion, and everything else, who knows, it could be another Worsley. Things might drop in place.
Well, they might do. You know, you play your chances down. Sometimes it all just slots into the right hole. This one for 2.
A lot of movement in the putting stroke, back and forward. Something we should maybe try.
In the end, DNQ 21 points. Enjoy the day. Oh, somebody's in the trees at 17. That's the ball. Just popped out. And needs to sit because there's water alongside the green. It's on the beach. Whose is it? Well, it's Seb Carmichael Brown. He can do breaststroke, backstroke. He's wet. In the end, 30 points. DNQ.
Head back to the 8th. This delightful short par 4, the second of Ian Clark. Competent player, was scratched, now at 1 handicap.
Ian, champion of Yorkshire in your home county.
Yeah.
That was a good win, wasn't it?
Fantastic. Very, very proud moment in my life.
And tell us how you managed it. What was the highlight of that bit?
The highlight was the playoff, definitely, but
Yeah.
just getting into the final 4 was a really good achievement. And also, I had some friends over from America, so he was caddying for me, which was a nice touch. So it was just a very, very enjoyable day and very nerve-wracking.
What are you going to do today?
Steady golf, confident, just fairways and greens, and just take every shot. That's it, one by one, and try and get it round.
He's got all the chat. He's watched what the pros say. That's exactly what they try to do. Birdie putt at the 8th. A little bit of left to right in this, and it's speedy. Go on. Our line's 31 points. Currently in the top 4.
Penultimate hole. Steve Shepherd, he's just gone down the right side, but he's got a good angle for the second shot.
Oh, how good is this? How good is this? That is the best we've seen today by a long, long way. Tremendous approach.
Champion of Norfolk, Martin Scarlett, getting his Trilby Tour final underway.
Dad to be proud.
Martin, champion of Norfolk.
Yep.
That was a strange playoff, wasn't it?
It was. It was, and that Nick kind of gave it to me, really, didn't he? Especially with that weather on the 17th.
Did you think, oh, wow, that was like a thunderstorm?
Yeah, 1 minute it was sunshine, the next minute it was all dark and
biblical.
Everything, yeah.
Quite scary.
It was a little bit. It was like something was happening here. Yeah.
You come here as champion. Will you leave as champion?
I hope so. Hope so. I've got a good feeling. I've got a good caddy, so I think so.
Well, he's got to say that. It's his dad. His 3rd at the par 5, then the opener. Well, he's listening to his dad, isn't he? Look at that. However, DNQ, father and son combination. This time, it doesn't work out.
Shepherd trying to finish the job off at 17. That's the way to play that one.
And didn't have to do that. However, 30 points in the end. Playoff position for now, but it won't be when we get to the end of the day.
Over to Nick Francis. Champion of Kent. He won his Trilby Tour at Tudor Park. And not difficult to see why he's dispatched that right at the target.
Nick, champion of Kent, last one in the bag. How'd that feel on your home course?
Amazing, absolutely amazing. What an experience. The pressure as well, big crowds there, but it was good. I'm looking forward to today.
How's it been at the club since you came away
buzzing,
victorious?
Buzzing. I've been milking it a little bit as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, reminding everybody and just saying, yeah, I'm still buzzing. Only 2 weeks ago.
Are you like a celebrity there now?
Yeah, definitely.
Surely the easiest of tasks at the 6th. Very straight arms.
Rather like Lauren Roberts, that putting stance, but DNQ didn't all come together today.
Andy Bourne, 2nd at the 3rd, just pushed the tee shot. Oh my goodness, that's right out of the socket. Dear, dear, dear.
Andy, champion of Warwickshire. That was a tough playoff, wasn't it?
It was, yes. Yeah, I have to be honest. It was very nerve-wracking. I duffed the second shot on the first hole badly. Got away with it. Didn't hit it quite in the cabbage, but it kind of settled me down, to be honest with you.
And if you were to win today?
I have no idea. It comes. I've done a lot of sporting things in my life, but the best so far with the golf is winning the regional. But to win this, well, beyond my expectations already. So let's see if I can push the boundaries a bit further.
Well, he's got to be some player. He won at the Forest of Arden. That's not an easy golf course. This one at the 3rd from the fringe.
That's a new way of getting down in two. I have never seen that before in 50 years of golf.
Ewan Murray, shocked, dejected. We're back after the break to see if any of these regional champions can get to the final.
The perfect gentleman's playground. The perfect gentleman's playground.
Welcome back. We are in St Pierre, just across the border from England, and of course it is the 2014 Trilby Tour World Championship Final. 32 is the best score so far, and you're enjoying it, Ewan.
Surely am, and I must say the course looks a pretty picture down there. I do sense there's a change in the atmosphere, so I think there's a bit of nerves, a bit of tension out there, and so there should be.
Yeah, it should be. Andy Bourne, he's had his ups and downs today, and that's another marvellous approach shot. It really is. Top draw.
This is David Hill from Whitekirk, just a few miles away from Gullen, where the Scottish Open will be played this year. Excellent tee shot, left centre of the fairway, but not so good with the second.
Craig Blackford, 3 from home, second to 16. Now he could do with the odd birdie. 30 points to this point. Come on, find the target. Oh, nearly bounced it in the hole. And that's a real opportunity for a red number.
David qualified Dalmahoy. Pretty tidy shot there. Didn't really get the contact, however, he was looking for.
Let's get back to Craig Blackford. Big putt this. In the scheme of things, up the hill, and well, he read it very well. Hard lines.
David for his par at 11.
In the end, 33. That's the best of the day so far for David.
Pick up the story again with John Short. It says third to the par 4 fifth.
Up you come, round you come. We've seen some wonderful approaches to what is a very difficult flag. Up on top of the hump at the front, not easy.
Josh Emerton, just off the edge of 11. Soft hands, educated hands.
Boxall, a very famous name in golf. This is George Boxall. First at the 13th, tee shot, 5 handicapper. Plays at Dartford Golf Club, second.